Hello, today we're going to talk about how to pay down any car in record time. We're not talking years, we're talking months. But give me one moment, I'll be right back. Welcome back. How can you forget that wonderful, that famous Oprah Winfrey show clip when she said, and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. But they didn't talk about those folks had to pay the taxes on those cars, but I'm going to digress. Having a car is a wonderful thing, but let's talk about paying that vehicle off. Not in years, like an amortization, which is a loan where they actually throw all the interest at the very front. They take out all the interest and they charge it to you. So you're going to actually buy two cars. You're going to buy the banker's car, then you're going to buy your car. So you can afford two cars. But today I'm going to show you how you can pay off any car in record time. Now it is based upon your income. It looks at several different factors, but you don't have to make a whole lot of money. But as I always say, you have to tell your money where to go or you're going to wonder where it went. Today we're going to tell that money exactly where to go and to do the job in record time. Not 5 years, not 6 years. We're talking, you guys. We'll watch it to the end. You're going to find out. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. Look at this person here. This is a single person. I get a lot of people that are single asking me to help them with their finances and kind of help them to see what they didn't see. So this particular person, look at their income. They bring in $4,320, pretty good income. Their expenses are $3,008, pretty good. But look at that cash flow, you guys. They have a cash flow of $1,312. Yeah. Funny thing is that people, they're like, I have that much left? Yeah, you do. But if you don't target that money as to where it needs to go, you're going to blow it and not even know why. I'm not sure how that happens to the best of us. I think it's just human nature. So here, we're going to be strategic about our money. Look at their bills here. They have a rent of $1,025, utilities, $325. Their car is $447 a month. Now that is a 5-year term, you guys. They have insurance of $211. They're spending $275 in gas, and I love this because she's a saver. Wonderful. I always tell people, hey, don't just do a regular savings account where you're getting 0.01%. Do a high yield savings account. You guys are wonderful. So HYSA is a high yield savings account. But let's go back to this. Food, $300. Their fun money, always remember when we do velocity banking, we don't want you to feel like you're on, the diet where you have to be so skimpy and so little and so flimsy with your, they call it budget. It's a budget. Budgets are good because budgets keep us on path. But we always say, what do you enjoy doing? Okay, you got to eat a couple times. You go to movies. You have your friend night. Let's go ahead and account for that as well. $225 for this person. But also remember, if you're doing this and you can pull back on some of your fun money, no problem. You can if you want to. You don't have to. But if you do, you're going to send more of that money towards paying down your debts in record time. Okay, and they have a total of, look at this, $1,312. Now I'm proposing, look, they're not a homeowner, so they cannot take out a line of credit. Remember, we moved from loans to lines of credit. I get it, you guys, they're all loans when it comes down to it, but a line of credit works off of a different schedule. You're paying more towards your principal and less on the interest. That is the beauty of a line of credit. So they have decent credit score. Remember, your credit score at least have to be between 660, 680. If you're not there, it's okay. You can get there. I have videos that talk about how to improve your credit score. There's all kinds of places. You don't have to pay people. You can do it yourself. You can go online, do some research, do it yourself. Do not pay that money because you can repair your credit easily. But anyway, here we go. Look at this person here. I'm like, you know what? You have a $24,000 car. Why don't you go ahead and take out a personal line of credit? Remember, with a personal line of credit, there's no collateral, so the interest rate is going to be higher. But for those that are homeowners, I've just recently checked, and the HELOCs are now down. They are going for 7.5% interest rate. Wonderful. But we do velocity banking because we're throwing so much at that payment, that principal payment. We're paying it down so quick. If you had a 10 or 20% interest rate, it doesn't matter because you're beating them in the interest game. So once again, $1,312 is what they have left over. But if they take out when she took out the line of credit, I'm just a voice, she made the choice of $25,000. Now it's at 11%. It's okay, I'm gonna show you the math. She can pay this car off in months, okay? Remember, she was at a 5-year term. Here we go. Right here, you guys, we've taken out that line of credit, okay? Now remember, for this person here, they're not throwing all of their money into a line of credit. What they're doing is that they're throwing all of their extra cash flow. There's a way to throw all of your income into the line of credit and live off of that line of credit. This person's not choosing to do that, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to stair step your way into velocity banking. Do what comes easy to you first. Then the goal is to move all of your income and to operate out of a line of credit. When you do that, if emergencies come up, you're okay, you're covered, because you have the line of credit as your cushion. But for her, think about it. She already decided that, okay, I'm going to pay off my car automatically. She's gone into the bank. She's asked the bank, okay, what do I owe you for this car? $24,000. She's written her check out of her line of credit and she's paid it off. There is absolutely no more car payment on an amortization schedule. However, she does have that $24,000 line of credit. Now, because her limit is $25,000, now she has $1,000 left over in case emergencies were to come up. But when you do a line of credit, when you pay it off, it puts it right back in there. You can use it as many times as you want during the draw period. Okay, here we go. So the first month, of course, she owes $24,000, right? So, but I didn't tell you guys something. The minute we paid off that car note, here, this right here, $447, it went away. It's all gone. Okay, you guys? So guess what? She can add that to her positive cash flow. So now she went from $1,312, she added that $447, and now she's at $1,759 in cash flow. The reason why, the minute we paid that car off, she doesn't have to pay that anymore. So she can use that now towards her positive cash flow. So here we go. Now she owes $24,000. So for month one, we're gonna minus the $1,759, which is her positive cash flow. She's down to $22,241. But don't forget, you have to pay an interest payment. I know I get people saying, you still paying interest, Jewel. It's not anywhere near as high. She went from like a $447 car payment really down to $220. But watch this, as we pay it down, it's gonna keep on decreasing. With a car loan, an amortization schedule, you are not gonna be able to see anything increase at all. You're gonna pay that same payment until that vehicle is paid off. So here we are. So she has to make her interest payment, the cost to be the boss, to borrow that $25,000. Her interest payment due is $220. Okay, so now she's at $22,461. Month two, you guys, she gets paid again. All her income now, she actually has. Okay, now we're down to month two. Here we are, month two. She owes $22,461 because she has positive cash flow of $1,759. We're gonna minus that. Now she's down to $20,702. But there's gonna be an interest payment due on that, which her interest payment is actually $190. She's paid that. Now look at her. She has to add that back in. So she's at $20,892. Month two is all out the books. She has gone from 24 down to 20,000 in 2 months' time. Here we are in month three. We have to take that $28.92. Now she's gotten paid again after she's paid all her bills. She has $1,759 she's going to inject into her line of credit. Now she's at $19,033. But once again, interest payment is due on that $19,174. We're going to add that back in. Now she's at $19,207. Okay, but remember, now we're down here to month four. Month four, we have to inject our positive cash flow, $1,759. That brings her up to, we're going to minus that, $17,448. But you guys know, don't forget, interest is going to be due. Interest payment is $160 on the $17,000, brings us to a total of $17,608. I want to point something out. Notice that now before her payment was $447. Okay, it was, that's where she was at. Look at this, $220 interest payment, $190 interest payment, $174 interest payment, and then $160 interest payment. She went from having a payment on her car of $447. The minute we took out a line of credit, personal line of credit, now she's seeing her car payment go down as she's paying down her line of credit. If you do all of this and you can rinse and repeat, I've given you 1/3 of the year, showed you in 4 months, she's gone from 24,000 down to 17,000, nearly $7,000. You cannot do that on a loan amortization schedule, 5-year note. No way. Because remember, you have to pay a lot in interest first, and then you're going to actually begin to hit your principal. This is the reverse. You're going to pay more in principal. You're going to run it down. You're going to pay interest, you guys. We get that. But it's the cost to be the boss. But it's nowhere near what you would have paid on the amortization schedule. So, done all the math for you. This is what you stayed here for. This car will be paid off in 13.7. I always say, hey, let's round it up, in 14 months. That beats a car payment any day, a loan any day. It beats having to go for 4 or 5 years. But I'm going to say something here. Remember, if you so happen to have a month where, you know what, expenses are going to come up and it's okay, just pull from your positive cash flow. Use that. And also remember, if you have to get off track one month, just get back on track. You know how to do it now. You see, you just use your positive cash flow. And as I told you, when you're strategic with your money and you're telling it where to go, you don't have to wonder where it went. I'm Jewel, your financial freedom friend. I'm here until you win. Until the next video. Bye-bye. You get a call! You get a call! You get a call! You get a call!